Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the FUT Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today in FIFA Ultimate Team, we got the FIFA 19 Headliners, the FUT Headliners promo with a team of sick and they're basically one-to-watch cards. I don't know what else to call them. They're headliners, they're ones-to-watch cards. They are live items, and I think a lot of people don't really realize that right off the bat because it doesn't really say so. Right out in front of you, telling you when these cards came out that they were live items, but these are live items. And basically, if we look at EA's website, I won't go there now, I just want to glance over it because I'm sure you guys have heard about it, and we'll continually talk about this with these cards. These cards will always stay one inform ahead of whatever inform this card may get on the game. So let's say Sun. Right now, Sun has an 86 rated striker inform card. This 87 rated headliner card will always stay one inform boost ahead of his latest card. So it basically is a ones to watch card. It's a live item. So these cards will be impacted by live games and league games that they play in, probably man of the match performances as well. They will get upgraded for. I have to look in more of the details on that. I'm not entirely sure. But today they came out into packs, and they honestly, the pack weight was pretty interesting on these cards. Some of them after the first day I feel like have a lot of supply, especially the guys like Suso, some of the lower rated ones, but then some of the higher rated ones like this Marco Reus, they're pretty rare. So that's something that we need to look at and we need to watch. But then a Lala card, who is arguably one of the most popular, I feel like he is very common on the market as well. And as you saw, actually we can go check the pack probabilities on these cards right now. I think they let out some 100k packs overnight, but there were lightning rounds today, and they are currently updating. I didn't know that they had to update the pack probabilities, but I did see that at one point it was about 2% chance of you packing one of these new headliner cards. So first off, these cards do not show up on the market as special cards. So if you search special, they're not going to show up, which kind of sucks and is kind of problematic, especially for people trying to find these cards. So we have to kind of be smart with how we go about this. So if I want to look at Suso, he's going for about 140k right now. This is kind of a filter that I can use. I can use a max price, or a max buy it now and a minimum buy it now. And also use the basic chem style, because a lot of these cards that will come up with a basic chem style, like I'm going to snag this Suso right here for 130. Obviously a lot of these cards, when they're in packs, they're getting packed and people are listing them onto the market, they all have a basic chem style on them, and that is actually the first FUT Headliners card that I have purchased. I'm going to send that to the club and hopefully sell it overnight for about 150. A lot of these cards have gone down. They were very high early on to start the day, and a lot of people invested in them, and that is something that you know, a lot of people are losing a lot of coins right now, especially some of the guys that I've talked to. They bought in too early because they wanted to do a quick flip, and then the cards just continued to get packed, and it just got worse and they kept dropping. But now we're kind of at a point in the nighttime here where it seems like these cards have kind of settled out and actually might be on the rise as they get rare overnight. People want to wake up, the EU wants to wake up and try them in the morning, the biggest FIFA user base in the UK. So that really makes a difference. I probably won't be buying too many of these, maybe a couple Susos. Sun I think is way overpriced, and maybe a Royce or an Alexandro if I can get them cheap enough. But I want to take you guys over here to take a look at the full team on FUTBin. Do a quick refresh of the prices, of course, and just kind of take a look at these cards and what I'm seeing with them. So here's my thing with a lot of these cards. Right now you have Sane, who is at max price or extinct. You have Rashford down here, who is at max price or extinct. And you have a lot of these other guys who, they just seem really high for me. And a lot of people think these cards are low right now. They think they've dropped down low. They were very high when they went into packs. Yes, they are live items. Yes, they are they're players that already have informs in this game. That's kind of an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage, at least the way that I see it. And that is, that could hurt some of the prices of these players, because let's say for Alexandro, let's say you have his 88 rated inform red version. Are you really going to go out and get rid of your red version and put it on the bench and spend 600,000 coins for a one stat better Alexandro? I don't think so. Now, there are other cards where it definitely makes a difference, like The boost on this Pepe, or the Dembele card, I think, this makes Dembele a top tier left winger in the Prem. He is French. The boost on this Rashford card makes a huge difference. I think the boost on this Suso makes a big difference because his 86 rated inform was already so greatly valued, and you see me trade with that so often on Thursday flipping that card I think could be a good one to trade with. But a lot of these cards, I don't know, man. It doesn't sit with me very well that they have other Team of the Week items in the game, and especially some of these cards already have 2 informs, and that's just an opportunity for people to have this 84 Pepe and the 86 already in their team. So why do they need to go out and pay the extra coins for the newer version? Now, I know you have a guy like Lala. People want to have the best cards in the game, so they will go out and they will pay the price for some of these cards. But I think right now, other than quick flipping and sniping these cards during lightning rounds, I think you want to kind of stay away from them, and they will have to see how much they fluctuate. But the buy time for these cards is probably going to be later in the week, just in case they drop more SBCs, which we can go take a look at in the store right now. The SBC section, like if they drop an 81 plus SBC, I think you're going to see these cards kind of take and drop to another level, because that will be people putting their coins into an SBC to pack them untradeable, which is definitely what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing some player pick upgrades. I'm going to be doing some of these packs. I don't know if they're good or not, and I really hope we get an 81 plus upgrade SBC or something along those lines, because that'd be fantastic. If we could put our gold rare cards into that would come. I would expect it on a Monday. But we do have this Marco Arnautovic SBC, which I think a lot of people are interested in. He's got good stats. He fits the new meta to the game, which is something that a lot of people are looking to find players that fit the new crossing meta. He's obviously 6'4". He's got great finishing, good strength. And I think this SBC costs about 150k. For me, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth it. I don't have much of a Prem team, and he would just basically be a super sub for me. But keep your eyes on these FUT 19 Headliners Challenge. If you're a guy who's on low coins, if you have less than 100,000 coins, these are going to present very easy ways to trade with cards. You see here you have a Premier League player requirement. You have to have exactly gold players and 95 chemistry. So you're probably going to turn in a squad of Premier League players, or at least you're going to be using some non-rare gold players, and you have to have minimum 3 leagues, so that's interesting as well. So pick out some non-rare golds. If you see some prices that are up on those, it'd be great to snipe them, to trade with them, for sure. And of course, we are having lightning rounds. Right now it's the overnight time when I'm recording this, but we're going to have lightning rounds during this promo, and that's a great way to snipe cards, to trade with cards, and that is exactly what I did today. When the release dropped, I saw the team, and the first thing that I did was I went towards the panic selling, and this is what I talked about in yesterday's YouTube upload. I talked about buying the items that were panic sold, and this Rashford getting into this team with his new card was sensational for me to get deals on this card today, because the 84 rated inform, he just got nominated for Player of the Month literally this morning. When I'm recording this, earlier this morning, Rashford was nominated for Player of the Month, which this inform is probably going to rise in the hype, just in case people think that you're going to have to submit this inform. That's why I bought a lot of them today. He's a very popular card. He dipped down low. He dipped to around 115,000 coins, which is where I bought a lot of these. A couple of them for over 115k, but most of them were right around the 115k mark. And if he continues to stay down that low, he rebounded actually to 130 a little bit a couple hours ago, probably because his headliner card is extinct. But if, I mean, I'm going to keep buying him if he's 115,000 coins, because that's almost how cheap he was when he was in packs, despite for the part that he was, panic sold because of a Team of the Week SBC. You have to keep that into an account, but I think that was a good investment that I made today. I just saw some panic selling and I went for it. Other areas of panic selling that I actually was able to get in on today, some Fanta cards. This Quincy Promes, I bought this card for 180,000 coins flat. It was panic sold today. It was a position change center mid. I threw that on the market for 207 and it sold actually first listing. This was a fresh Ramos I bought today at 530k. Flipped it for 599. And then this Messi card was probably the most fun card I've traded with today. I haven't had this happen in a while. He was panic sold down to 1.3 mil flat, and I bought 2 of them over the course of the day. sold them for 139 a piece. And then the icons, I had some really good icon flips. I made about 20 to 30,000 coins on each of these. Bought this Vieira for 133, bought this Gerrard for 125, and this Stoichkov for 145. And then I have more icons actually back here. I have 20 Rashfords at the moment. So this is what I'm selling right now. I bought this Mateus on a snipe for 1859. He's currently right around 2 million coins minus fresh, listing it for that. This Del Piero I bought for 940. Trying to make a quick flip with that. I won't make too much on that one. I thought I was going to make more, but I actually won't. But again, it was a great day. And you can do the same thing that I did today. You can do that tomorrow. So basically what you want to do is, especially if you're looking for the icons, you can get on that 59th minute and you can snipe those icons that come out onto the market. You do that again by using the basic filter, because all those icons that are getting packed and getting listed will be fresh icons. And then set a minimum filter of probably like 700,000 coins, just because you don't want a lot of those lower tier icons. That helps you to get to the 59th minute faster, where obviously those icons are sitting at, the ones that are just now, that are getting packed in the moment. You get there faster, gives you a better chance at sniping one of these icons. So we get back here to the 59th, and there aren't very many cards at the moment because it's nighttime. There's no lightning rounds going on. So that's something that you guys can do if you're in a high coin budget. Again, if you're in a low coin budget, trading during lightning rounds is great for that as well. You can use those SBCs they put out in the store to your advantage. Go out and snipe requirements. Maybe tomorrow they put out an SBC that requires maybe 3 or 4 rare gold players, and you have to have players from the Serie A. Well, you could go snipe and look for what positioning the squad has. So this SBC, you need 3 center backs, right mid and left mid. You could possibly look for center backs that are in the Serie A that are Italian, because this SBC required 95 chemistry, so you might see the same thing tomorrow. And with these new Headliners cards, that's the talk of the town. Everybody's going to want to try them in their teams. Just be careful with them. That's all I want to say. I just want to say be careful with them, because I don't want you guys to overspend for these cards. If you're going to buy one and play with it for the Weekend League, I would highly recommend trying to get rid of it before the Weekend League is over, because I think these cards will follow a similar trend as the Future Stars did. Now, I know these are different. The Future Stars promo kind of carried a little bit more hype because those cards were brand new. We had never seen anything even remotely close to that before in FIFA Ultimate Team. But these cards are basically just ones to watches, and they're going to fluctuate with every game. So we're going to have to watch that as well. Know when these players do have games. That's why I'm looking at buying an Alexandro tonight. He does have a game today, actually, when this video goes live. He'll have a game on this day. I know he's a left back, but people will be excited to try out these new cards, and that would be more of a reason to buy him. Same with Heung-min Son. Both of those guys, Son actually play Newcastle. So we'll have to see. And with Harry Kane being hurt and Dele Alli being hurt, Heung-min Son is carrying a lot of the weight of the team on his back right now, playing up front and trying to score goals for the Spurs. So that's something interesting to watch. Now, if we head back here and look at the team one last time, again, I want to kind of just talk to you guys about what I see with this team and why some of these prices are this way. So Marco Reus is about 700,000 coins on both consoles, I believe. He's about, yes, right under 700,000. He was a little bit lower. He was around 600,000 flat. So these cards have definitely rebounded. They hit their lowest at 7 p.m. UK. And we're going to have to continue to monitor this situation, because I don't know if he'll get that low again. He could. But also, every single new promo that comes out, they kind of follow the same trend. The cards are expensive right away. There's maybe an opportunity to flip in the first hour, first 30 minutes. And then they start dropping down as people open packs during the lightning rounds. And then when 7 p.m. United States time, or midnight UK, when that time hits, that's when a lot of the UK user base goes to bed, and these cards get very rare because they're not getting packed anymore. There's no lightning rounds going on at nighttime, and people aren't really trading or selling with these cards because they're asleep or they're putting them in their teams. So these cards can sometimes maintain a low price, but then there comes a point when they get rare and they start rising back up, and that's what's happening right now. They are rising back up. That's why I got that Suso for 130. because I saw him at 130. Now he's starting to rise back up. Lala was 350. He's now 399. Alexandra was 550. He's now 611. And even some guys like this this Hernandez card was about 275. He's now 300. Then Bailey was 320 at one point. So a lot of these cards have started to move back up in price. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was very informative for you about these new cards, what's going on with them. Hopefully you guys can pack one of these cards as well. Hopefully we get a few more SBCs. We have an opportunity to pack these cards. The buy time, I think, again, we're going to have to wait it out on these cards because they've only been in packs for one day. We're going to want to wait it out on these cards, I think, until Weekend League Rewards this coming Thursday. That's when the Future Stars got so cheap, and I think it's going to be the same thing for these cards because these cards have they kind of have a high pack value, a higher pack value than I thought they would, or a higher pack rate. They're getting packed a decent amount. So again, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you're enjoying these cards. If you have any questions about these cards, love to help you out. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's been Nate, the FUT Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.